This is a Disaster Central special report. My name is David Vello, reporting in from Houston, Texas, coming on the air with breaking news. A 5.3 magnitude earthquake has struck the west part of Texas. Cities there would include, of course, El Paso and portions of New Mexico as well. To provide you some more information, this earthquake struck around 8:50 p.m. So about around 40 to 50 minutes ago, as we speak. The magnitude is around 5.3 with a depth of 10 kilometers, an intensity MMI of, I believe, according to the graphic, it should say intensities of 3 and 4 shaking were detected, including, but not, of course, not limited to areas within the epicenter. To give you a sense of an idea of how big this earthquake is compared to normal Texas earthquakes, the last earthquake that did strike the area, which was of magnitude 5.3 or greater, was 4 years ago. Now, obviously, coming on the air, we have more of a developing situation, but as things currently stand, there is, of course, no tsunami threat because it didn't hit the ocean. We do understand that there has been shaking reported as far as El Paso so far. We do also understand that the developing situation, we have no idea how many aftershocks have occurred. I can tell you, though, that there was an aftershock that happened about 10 in the morning, or foreshock that happened 10 in the morning in western Texas, 4.0. This one, according to Global Quake, is estimated to be around 13.2 kilometers deep. We have it, as well as the USGS has it, at 10 kilometers deep. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you send it on the YouTube chat. Make sure you tag @Disaster Central, so then we can read that update. But in the meantime, going over what we do know, and let me quickly cover this. I'm trying to get you some of the updates. But we do know that there was a 5.3 earthquake that did struck West Texas, and it was 5.3. We do know, and sorry, I'm doing these graphics as we speak. We do know that it struck West Texas. We also do know that there was shaking. We do know through a contributor that there was shaking all the way towards El Paso, Texas, and I did misspell. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. As far as Texas, so that's also another thing we do know. And continuing with that trend, we do know as well. And I want to reiterate that these reports, this is all preliminary. We do not know the full extent, but we do want to remind you that these earthquakes sometimes do happen in this area, but they aren't as common as, for example, something like an earthquake happening around Japan. So just keep that in mind as we go through this. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, repeating what I just said, make sure you send them in the YouTube chat. We'll be here to answer those questions for you. And this is, of course, a Disaster Central special report. It's been a bit of a minute. Of course, we have been doing a lot behind the scenes. So apologies for the lack of absence or the lack of live streaming. John Neri asks, at what time was this earthquake, or when did this earthquake happen? According to the USGS, it happened around 8:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time or 7:50 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, Mountain Standard Time. Is it daylight? No, daylight time. Um, this was, of course, a magnitude 5.3 on the Richter scale. We do understand that there was intensities of 3 to 4, with a Japanese intensity scale Shinzo 4, which means that shaking was possible. We do not know when the next update will be, of course, so you'll have to stand by for that. But it was around 8:50 p.m. So that did happen, of course. And taking you to our new thing, I'm in the midst of producing it as we speak, but on one of our special feeds that are in testing, this is what our screen is looking like. So let me this is what our screen looks like right now. As of the 9:35 p.m. hour, when this was last screenshotted. My apologies, we're doing a lot. I hope that's saved. That should have saved. Hold on, excuse me. Let me get this really quickly. And this is what the screen looks like right now as of 5:30 or 9:35 p.m. You can see that regular programming has been suspended for the time being. We'll be back soon. They will be back soon to our quote-unquote regularly scheduled programming that will be coming on after this stream. More updates on that will be coming in as the time goes, but let me just go ahead and continue going back to what we do know. Take you back to what we do know. Apologies for that. Get rid of this. And I apologize for if you're hearing background noise, but here's what you know. This is what we know. At around 8:50 p.m., there was a magnitude 5.3 that struck West Texas. We do know through a contributor that shaking was felt as far as El Paso, Texas. Excuse the grammar errors there. But we do understand as well that the location of the shaking was possibly felt in New Mexico. We do know that there was intensity shakings of 3 or 4 on the modern Mercalli intensity scale, and on the Japanese Shinzo scale, it was as a intensity 4, Shinzo 4, for the time being. So yeah, we are gonna provide you some programming. Soon we'll provide you with the automated feed, but let me go ahead and wait for the last minute questions. If you do have any last minute questions, please send them in the YouTube chat. And let me go ahead and work on what things look like right now. If you do have any questions, please leave them in the chat below. Until then, we'll be playing a bit of background music. Let me know if you have any questions. The time is 9:45 p.m. You are watching Central Daylight Time at our headquarters. You are watching a Disaster Central Special Report. Interrupting programming has been suspended for the time being. You're watching the screen from 10 minutes ago. That's what the current screen looks like right now as of the latest update at 9:35 p.m. Regular programming has been suspended. We're going to provide you back to that coverage soon. Let's transition you there back again. And this is what we do know so far. We know that shaking was felt as far as El Paso, Texas. This was a 5.3, as you can see by our graphics. This happened around 8:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 7:50 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We do know that shaking was felt in New Mexico and in Texas, as far out as El Paso, Texas. Intensities of 3 to 4 with in the modern Mercalli intensity scale, also known as the USGS scale that they use. As far as the Japanese scale, this was an intensity 4, Shinzo 4 on the scale. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, send them in the chat. We'll be able to read them for you as time continues. We'll be back. And we're back. We're back because we want to tell you about a current situation that's going on in New Zealand. Throughout this stream, there's been 2 earthquakes that has struck within the last 10 minutes. We had a 4.0 that struck at around 7:40 p.m. local time. That was around 9 minutes ago. And now it looks like an earthquake is going on right now as of 9:47 p.m. our time. It's been going on for a good 2 minutes. Global quake has intensity or magnitude 2.1 on the Richter scale. This is quality B, which means that they are pretty confident that this earthquake has indeed happened. In regards to anything else to report, we do want to report on a situation that did occur in Peru, or in Bolivia, excuse me. At 8:58 p.m. Central Daylight Time, there was a magnitude 3.9 earthquake that struck Let me go ahead and fix this. We do know that there was a magnitude 3.9 that struck in Potosí, Bolivia. The USGS has that as a 4.1. Earlier yesterday, we also had an earthquake strike Argentina of magnitude 7.4. We do understand that there was no fatalities confirmed. However, there was reports of injuries. We want to report as well that there was a major earthquake in Papua New Guinea at around 12 p.m. our time, this 3rd of May, May 3rd, 2025. This was a magnitude 6.2 on the Richter scale. They have this as a 5.7 with an intensity of 8, according to Global Quake, which is significant to major. And then, just about a few hours ago, there was a couple of these earthquakes, 5.7 in Papua New Guinea, and 5.3 that struck a few hours later at 12:04 the next day. Wait. Yeah, 12:04 p.m. That is 12:10 a.m. So, yeah. I apologize for the noise that's being made. That is not mine. So, I apologize for that. But that's all we have to report right now. We'll be back with more coverage on this earthquake that did strike Texas. Stay tuned. Just want to provide a quick update. In about 4 minutes' time, we'll be returning to regularly scheduled programming. This stream shall end. We will end this stream at around 10 p.m. So about 4 minutes. And you will be able to return back to our normal programming. Thank you for your patience, and we'll be back as soon as possible. This has been a Disaster Central special report. We want to thank you and all our contributors for contributing to this special event. We'll be back soon with as much coverage as we possibly can. In the meantime, stay safe and have a good night. Of course, this has been a Disaster Central special report. We'll be right back whenever needed. Thank you.